Hey everybody, it's Wednesday Night Live. Thanks for everybody for stopping in. I see there's a couple folks in here, maybe one. We'll get it going in just in a moment. Maybe a few minutes in there. Hey, first cast. Thanks for stopping in. Well, I went from 0 to 6 in an instant. Hey, RWA Russell from RWA Fishing. Thanks for stopping in. Marty, hey, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope everything's going well with you and the wife. Gary, thanks for stopping in. Holy cow, Justin, thanks for stopping in. Nicole Abrams, not Nicole 4 anymore. I got your email, by the way. All good. I'm hoping I've got everybody's latest updates. If you sent something in the last, I'm just looking at my email. I ain't got anything in the last 10 minutes. So I think I got some up-to-date stats for everybody. Marvin, thanks for stopping in. Got some really good fish from you here in the last few days. I will jump into the sheet here in just a few minutes. Before I get to that, hey Nick, driving home from Mooney, I was there yesterday. Didn't do so good. Did good at Lunga, not so good at Mooney or at Mooney. I was there. I went to Able and Mooney yesterday, and just not a good. Not full moon, but not all that good. Hey Brian, Bass Hunter, is that Brian Green Bass Hunter or is that the other Bass Hunter? Let me know in the comments. Lots of good fishing going on, man. I've got some good updates. Lots of folks getting out there catching fish. How many days? Hey, the other Bass Hunter, thanks. Let me just make sure I have some accurate info for you guys. Just want to make sure I have the latest. What is the last day you can turn in fish? Let me just validate that real quick based on what I put out on ShaneFlyOutdoors.com. I want to say you're good for another few days. Holy cow, that is a slow website. The last day to turn in bass is 12 August of 2023. So 12 August 2023 is your last day to turn in bass. The 12th, that's right. Thanks, Nicole. Very good. The 12th is the last day to turn in fish. You got 10 days. 10 days to turn in bass. I will tell you next week, I will, let's see, the 12th. Let me tell you where I'll be on. Next week, I'll be doing this live from San Antonio, Texas. I'll be in San Antonio next week. So I'll be doing it from there. But you got a few days, you got 10 days to get those fish in. Yeah, hey, Brian, you better get going, brother. Hey, John, thanks for stopping in. Hey, Nicole, very good point. The 13th is not a good day to turn in fish. Matter of fact, I will not count fish on the 13th. That's a bad luck day. We got both bass hunters in here today. So, Brian, I know I was out on the lake with you the other day when you caught a nice one and it didn't pan out. But, that's the way it goes, right? Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping in. I'll jump right into the stats in here in just a few minutes as we get more people piling in. Brian, I'm going to guess that means 21 3/4, not 213 in a fourth. Yeah, I'll tell you, John, that 100 number is in play. I'll just say it that way. That 100 number is in play and total fish length. You'll see here in just a few minutes. Hey, Cliff, you're going to Mooney tomorrow, good luck. It's tough fishing out on Mooney. That water is so clear. The water's low and it's clear. There's some goodness to that. And there's some badness to that, right? If you get a little wind, it helps you. But you know, it's tough when you can see 12 to 15 to 16 feet deep in that water. It makes it really, really tough. John, I'm glad to hear you're going to Donkeyland tomorrow. Hey, so I'm going to share this, John. I didn't ask permission. I'm going to throw this out there. John sent me a clip yesterday. It's just really cool. If I'm out of bounds, John, just let me know later, and you can scold me. John sent me a clip, and it was the legend himself, Roland Martin, calling John to say, "What's this? How's the catch on Donkeyland?" I'll just leave it at that. When Roland Martin calls one of our fishermen to get a fish update or a catch update, that's really cool. So, okay, John, good. That the video was just posted, so I'm not stealing anything. But Roland Martin calls John down in Middle Florida to say, "Hey, what about Donkeyland?" Or I won't share the name of the lake. Pretty popular lake down there. But John is John and Lindia are the king and queen of Donkeyland. I'll just put it that way. When will the next tournament, Chris Shelton, when will the next tournament run in Florida with you, sir? So the next tournament will be, and I'm glad you asked that, Chris Shelton. The next tournament will be the team tournament. And I'll start advertising that real soon. But the team tournament, let me just throw this out there. Everybody, right now, we're going to do a team tournament. It'll start in September. And I will tell you the date real quick. Let me just get the exact date on it while I'm talking about it. But the team tournament will start on the 21st of September and run through the 2nd of November. And what that will be is you bring your team to the tournament. What I mean by that is I'm not assigning teams. If you want your brother, you want your son, you want your wife, you want your best friend on the other side of the United States to be your team member, that is going to be the team. You bring your team to this tournament no matter where you fish in the United States. You don't have to be in the same boat. You just have to be a team on this tournament. Wherever you're at in the United States. You can be in Colorado and Florida. You can be in New England and New Mexico. You come to me with the team, and that's going to be the team tournament. Here's the format. A little different. It's going to be 7 bass format. In that format, in those 6 weeks of fishing, within the first 10 days, you have to turn in 1 bass. In 10 days, you have to turn in. Oh, hey, Justin, I'll get to that in just a second. In the smallmouth tournament, I'll get to the smallmouth tournament. I'm talking about the nationwide tournament that's going to be next. The team tournament where you have to turn in 1 bass in the first 10 days. Let me get that right. And then every bass after that has to be 1 inch bigger than the last. And at the end of the day, at the end of the tournament, there's 7 fish that have to be turned in, 1 at least from each teammate. I'm going to throw out the largest and the smallest. The 5 in the middle is what counts. Don't be disparaged on the big bass. We'll have a big bass side pot for $100. So the biggest bass will win $100. But the middle 5 will be the team decider. Again, your teammate does not have to be in the same boat. It can be. Long as you're a team when you come into the tournament. So it's interesting format, more to follow. For the smallmouth only tournament, which Justin just asked about, that starts on the 20th of August. That's a 3-week tournament. The 3 biggest smallmouth turned in is a smallmouth only. Just let me know if you're interested. Please send me an email if you're interested in the smallmouth only tournament. A lot of you have, but please send me an email if you're interested in the smallmouth only tournament. I'll get you signed up for that. Yep, John. Team small water charters. We'll see how it goes for you, as always. Hey, Gary, thanks. It's the smallmouth tournament first, and then the team tournament. So the smallmouth tournament comes up next, and then the team tournament. Yes, Nicole, already got your registration for the smallmouth. But the team tournament, you have to send me a separate email to let me know you're in the team. You need to identify your 2 teammates for that tournament. All right, Chris, good. You and your son-in-law, that'd be great. Hey, I'm really excited about the smallmouth tournament. I'm also excited about the team tournament as well. I'm just cracking up, John. I get you, brother. I agree with you. Your mouth may be too big for the smallmouth tournament. Hey, while we're talking about that, let me throw up the spreadsheet for the first time. We have 24 folks in here. We're 11 minutes in, and I've been yapping a lot. Let's throw up that spreadsheet. A little different than last week. Give me a second here. Here we go, folks. This is the current standings in the 5 basketball. Marvin London has jumped in the lead at 100 inches. Our first 100-inch entry, Marvin London from Georgia, came in with 100 inches. Thomas, right at 97.25. Now, hey guys, if you're in the second period, you can change out your fish, long as they're 1 inch bigger, etc. The rules are very clear. So lots of room here, but currently Marvin is at 100. Thomas is at 97.25. Nicole, you're in third at 82.75 and a fish to go. Brandon Treadway, you're right there at 81.75, followed by John, and you can see the rest here. So I think this is going to be a real tight fight. I know a lot of folks here in this area are kind of holding out. I've got some emails on that. That's okay. But just remember, there's a time limit on this. All right. So, hey, Backlash, thanks for jumping in. Hey, Chris Shelton, you're asking where is John's video with Roland Martin? Go to Small Water Charters on YouTube, and you'll be able to see that. Nick, if you want to jump in with bass hunter, another bad idea. I agree with that. Hey, John, I've seen the bowfin. The bowfin does not count. And AKA in Florida, I'm pretty sure that's called a mudfish. So don't count. But nice try. I'm just looking here to make sure I get everybody in here. Brian Green, looks like you got a partner. I just seen John, Small Water Charters. We got at least 130 inches. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday or day before, I can't remember what day it was. I caught at least 10 over 20 inches, but they were all pickerel out at Lake Lunga. Man, that lake is full of pickerel. Backlash, I'm telling you, man, 23 inches and 7 is you got to get that in the second round. I hear you. It's all about timing and luck. That's fishing, right? That is fishing. Brian's asking, Nick, do you fish as much as me? That's a good question, Brian. I know you fish at least 3 days a week like me. Backlash, you got to get out there and fish. If you're going to be competitive, I get it. Life happens, but that's the way it goes on the fishing world. Hey, thanks, John, on the travel tackle bag. I appreciate it. If you guys hadn't seen that, And I'll just throw this out there that I just put out a video on the traveling tackle bag on my YouTube channel. The traveling tackle bag is kind of special. It started about 2 years ago. It goes from YouTube channel to YouTube channel. You catch fish on the lures that are in the bag, and then you add something to the bag. It was an honor and a pleasure to get the traveling tackle bag. I did a video on it. Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. If you're not watching Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, give him a watch. Give him a hook. Great channel. We pass that bag on. It's interesting to see with the catches and what we pull from the bag to catch those fishes and the fish, I should say. I think I caught at least 3 or 4 different species of fish on different lures in that bag. I'm just looking at the comments here. Russell, I get you, brother. I hear you. It's tough out there. You got to get it. So if you guys don't know, again, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm not here to pump people's channels, but I do. Russell at RWA Fishing, man, Russell is a grinder of fishing from the bank, man. He gets out there and kills it. And it's tough fishing in Virginia, Maryland, the DC area. Nick's talking about Able Lake. Chris, Able is a tough lake. You got to understand that lake. You got to understand where the big ones are. I went out there a couple days ago and I caught fish. I caught a couple as a matter of fact, I caught back-to-back 4-pounders. But to get that, man, there's some big bass in there. It's tough. It really is. It is really tough. And Nick saying I fish every day. Good on you, brother. I wish I could too. Russell throws out a pretty good point. Small water charters, how can you fish without pads? It's interesting to see. I've been on the boat with John and India. They fish the heavy stuff most of the time. Hey John, you're going back to Donkey Land. You said you're fishing the pads and the grass mats tomorrow. I hope you go back to Donkey Land. Let us know. Jake Mixon says, looking for a crankbait rod, halo or ducket. John says he's going back to Donkey Land. Jake, I will tell you, it's a coin flip. I'm a big halo guy. I'm not sponsored, but all my rods are halo. Good rods. Duckets are good rods too. It wouldn't surprise me if they're from the same company that makes the same blanks. I go back to customer service. When I break a halo rod, and I'm pointing over here to the rods in the corner, I broke halo rods that were my fault and called them and said, it's my fault I broke that rod. They still send me another rod. If there's a default in that rod within 10 days, you got to pay shipping. Don't get me wrong, it's not free, but you got to pay the shipping, $19.95 for another rod. From a customer service standpoint, Halo gets it done. I cannot speak for Ducket. If there's anybody in on here that does Ducket, from what I understand, Ducket requires you to cut the rods and send them a blank. Halo does not do that. But they're both good rods. They're both good rods. It's just what you want to spend and what your preference is. I prefer Halo because I like I'm looking down here at the Halo rods in my rack. I like the design and the feel of the rod, but to be fair, I've only fished with the Ducket a few times. John saying they have great customer service at Ducket as well. So it just goes down to personal preference on the rods. But I'm a firm believer when you look down at your rod and reel, if you like it and you feel confident in it, you're going to catch more fish. I really think that. That might be BS to some of you, but when I look down my rod and reel with that, I'm a big Daiwa guy. I love my Daiwa. Attached to the reels on that halo, I'm going to catch fish. It just all goes back to what makes you confident. Hey, Brian talked about St. Croix. St. Croix are great rods as well. John does both flip on the fish with the nugget rod. John fishes specifically. John, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't want to misspeak here, but you fish exclusively with spinning rods. I fish both spinning and bait casting rods. I'm just following the comments coming here. Looking through here, I will just say that there's some comments about boat flipping. I've got to the point where I'm boat flipping 5-pounders. I'm trying to get away from that. I just don't think that's a good idea. I boat flipped several 5-pounders in the last month or two. Don't do it. You got a net for a reason. And if you're in heavy vegetation, don't do it. The extra, even if you got braid on your line, if you got braid on your reel, with the heavy vegetation, you can break a rod. I don't care if it's the best rod in the world. When you're trying to boat flip a 3 to 5 pound bass that's got vegetation on it, you're just asking to break a rod. And you don't need to do that if you got a net. So, I've watched folks from small water charters and on. You get in a heavy vegetation, go ahead and get the net out. It's worth it. Well, hey, Backlash, that's a good point. If you're bank fishing, you got to get them on the bank, right? You've got to get them on the bank. And hey, I grew up in southeast Oklahoma fishing, small lakes and ponds and boat flipping, or not boat flipping because you're on the boat, but flipping everything on the bank. And I can remember many times wading out knee deep and pulling bass out of the balls. So you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, good point, John. It's bank flipping at that, not boat flipping. But you got to do what you can do to get those fish in the bait, in the boat or on the bank. Russell says closing rods and truck, that doesn't always help. Russell, I'm not trying to sell you out here, but Russell's got a small army of rods and reels in his arsenal in the back of his vehicle. So nets do matter. I'm just looking here through these comments. Go Outdoors. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Go. I'm a big fan of pistol grip rods for Texas rigs. Pistol grip is something that is hard to find these days. It is hard to find the pistol grip rod. And by the way, Go, thanks for chatting with me when I was out on Lunga the other day. Go's the local fisherman here. Marvin Lynn said, do you use the Flint IG page? Marvin, I'm not sure what the IG page is. I have a Shane Flint Outdoors website. And I have my YouTube and Facebook page. So. John is bragging about his net. Yes, John, I realize that you have the best net that you can get thanks to winning. I didn't just give you that net. You won the tournaments to fund that net, by the way. You and Lindia. And you've netted a few of my fish when I was down in Florida fishing with you. Marvin, I'm curious about this Flint IG page. So if there's something I'm missing, let me know. All right, we've got 17 folks in here. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the current standings as of right now. It's been a long day today at work. Let me go ahead and throw the standings up one more time. There's where we are, folks. As of right now today, Marvin, you're killing it. Several folks to get fish in. Like I said, I know I've had conversations with some of these folks that are in this range that are holding out to get bigger fish. Don't be shy. The 12th of August will be here before you know it. So just just let everybody see where you're at. Last week I had that's not Tyler. Put the wrong name in there, but Tyler is right here. Where the majority of folks are. I'm going to scroll up really slow. If I did miss anybody, let me know. Phase fishing, I know I've got a couple fish that I didn't see today that I put in here, but I will add them. That is where we're at today. Hey, John, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping in. Just looking at the comments here. Making sure I got everybody. All good. Hey, if you're interested in the smallmouth bass only tournament, and you haven't sent me an email, please do. That kicks off on the 20th of August. The team tournament, I'll be sending more info about that real soon. If you're interested in the team tournament, please let me know. By the way, I need 25 teams minimum to get my sponsor to jump in. So I need 25 teams. And again, you don't need to be in the same boat. You can be anywhere in the United States as long as you're a team together. I guess someone made a Shane Flint outdoor page. Marvin, send me the link where I can work on that, please, if you don't mind. Want to make sure that didn't get out there incorrectly. Jake, how about the smallmouth bass tournament? You're in it, by the way. I sent you a note. You're good to go for the 20th of August when it kicks off. You will see if you're in. If I've already sent you a note on the smallmouth bass only tournament, you'll get a special email from me with your participant code, etc. About 2 days prior. Jake, and again, Jake, make sure you're signed up. Russell, yeah, you're probably right. Just a free agent looking for a contract. I've got a contract for him. No. Yeah, I got you. Smallmouth bass only, Brian. We'll get that taken care of. Making sure I got everybody here. Looks like I got everybody's comments. Hey everybody, good luck. And I just got an email, it looks like, from Marvin. Thank you, Marvin, for letting me know about about the website. Good luck for the next week. Yeah, you got to the 12th to turn in all your big bass. Get out there and catch them. Wide open. We only got one person at the 100-inch mark, which is Marvin. And Marvin, I know you're out there fishing to extend that. Cast your arm off, folks. That's all you got to do in these tournaments. Get out there and catch some big fish. I will do a live next week. I'll be doing it from San Antonio, Texas. Good luck, everybody. And thanks for stopping in and catch some big ones. We'll talk to you soon.